the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that?
This is a hot topic. How long has it been since they said, I love you? Well, really, I want to know if you're in a relationship and they still haven't said it yet. Some people get carried away, and like you said, Kate Ritchie, I love you can mean a lot of things, a lot of different things to a lot of different people.
Yeah, I think
Can
maybe
I
if
give
you're
you
not... Yeah, go fit.
Can I give you a life improver hack?
Oh.
Saying the words, I think I'm falling in love with you, can be a good way to lead you into it.
You mean buy you time?
Because, you know, we were talking about being keno before. That sort of gets you out of it. When you start it with, I think I'm falling in love with you,
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, the other person's going to be going, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I feel the exact same way. Then you can go, I love you. Then you can bring it out. But if you start with, I think I'm falling in love with you, Kate, it sort of softens the blow.
Yeah.
And you're feeling your way a little bit more, gauging how they might feel. And if it's not something that perhaps you grew up saying a lot of, like, you know, I mean, we said I love you a lot, and I say it 1,000 times a day, I think, for lots of different reasons. And to my daughter, I wouldn't go an hour without saying it.
Yeah. TV week? You say it to your TV week?
I do, and all the posters of me in the office.
You say, I love you.
God, you're amazing.
So it's you talking
I
to
love you. I think I'm...
We're talking about humans here, not seafood linguine, Whip.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, yeah. Okay, I'm back.
But I think you've got to practice those things. If it doesn't come naturally to say the words I love you, and it hasn't been said to you a lot perhaps when you were growing up, then it can be tricky. It's loaded.
I think you need to be careful in a relationship. In that I've kind of always adopted a don't say it if you don't mean it. Some people will say it just to keep the peace, where knowing that the other party wants to hear it. But I went out with a girl once and she would say, I love you, and I would kind of look with a panic on my face and she'd go, in that shirt. And I'd go, very good. Very good from you.
That's not bad.
But I think at the same time...
It's really good.
I mean, this article goes on to say the average time that somebody says, I love you in a relationship from the start to the first I love you is 6 weeks.
Really?
Which is...
That's... How many dates are you doing in 6 weeks?
6
You're doing
weeks.
one a week?
Yeah,
You're doing
you-
6
Maybe.
dates?
You
Yeah,
settle.
maybe.
You can't say I loved... I can't I love you when you've only been out for 6 or 7 days.
I think you can
Come
love...
on.
I do think you can love
you can't
somebody in 6 weeks. I don't think it's the same kind of love you may have for somebody down the track when you are married and you have a child. And that's a different kind of love. But I do think that you can... Like, I love you. I love so
Thank
many
you.
things about
Thank
you.
you.
I love being with you. I love spending time with you.
Thanks.
And then there's the other version of I love you. You just have to be very clear about which version you're delivering.
I don't think you say it in the start of a relationship unless it's the clear version of what you're both working towards.
Oh, okay.
Don't you think that's dangerous to throw it out there in a relationship?
I think
if it's
as
not
long
the
as you-
I love you that you think they're hoping to hear?
Well, it's better than saying when someone says to you, I love you, and you say, I know you do.
Do you...
I used to look at people and go,
that's-
you love
that's
me.
a shocker.
Oh, that's nice.
I'd
That's
say you
nice.
love me.
Oh, that's
Or
like
that's
being called cute
Yeah,
as a
exactly.
guy.
That
yeah.
is so
There's one time you should never say it. You never say it for the first time in the throes of passion.
Why not?
Because, I mean, that could be lust talking over your heart.
Well, they're very
Like, that's a
blurred
lazy
lines.
time to say it.
It's not lazy. It might get you over the line. Not it get you over the line, but it might like get you.
What's your power
No,
card?
what I mean
You
is
got a line in your bedroom.
no. What
right?
I mean is, it might be such a difficult thing for you to know how to say and get the words out. That when there is an overwhelming emotional and physical chemical reaction, that once you get the first one out of the way,
What?
the first I love you.
We're talking Latrell Mitchell here, or what are we?
No.
Out of context, Kate.
You know what I mean?
I do know what you
just
mean.
think
You
don't
just don't
be
wanna make
scared
it-
of it.
don't-
Don't be scared of the
Yeah, but
words.
when you're talking about that moment, you don't want to throw it like, oh my gosh, their pants have hit the floor. I love you.
What?
I just thought that combined with my feelings might get you over the line, Kate.
Not
As you
get over the line. What I mean, give you the courage. That's what I meant.
How long with you, Tom and Inga?
Oh,
Because you were friends for a very long time.
friends and then housemates. Maybe like...
Because you sort of fantasised for a long time.
maybe about 3 months.
Did you love
Probably,
her
yeah.
when she was your friend?
Yeah, I think I probably did, looking back on it, yeah.
You that Inga doll that you had at home, you would say I love you to that.
Yeah, some would
regularly.
describe that as a dead giveaway, Fitz. And I think...
giveaway.
So I think probably 3 months. But yeah, that love
And it was made out of dead people too, that
Yeah,
that doll,
yeah.
I,
Well, charges pending.
But I had to use it as a power play.
What?
Because Lisa was in a situation where she wasn't sure
for stocks.
about the relationship.
Yeah.
She was like,
sports bet.
is this guy going to commit to me? So I had to use it to show how I felt as my power
So
hand.
she made you say it?
No, she
What
didn't
you're
make me
saying?
say it. She said, I'm just not sure. And I said, well, I'm going to tell you how I feel.
Because you were in a relationship at the time. Is that
No,
right?
mate.
Oh, sorry.
No.
I got that wrong.
There was definitely no grey.
That was right at the start of the relationship.
There was no grey area.
So she asked you
No.
how you... No, she asked you, like, I feel as though I'm more serious than you are. And you said, well, I'm going to prove to you that I am as serious as you, Lisa. I love you.
She didn't really say... She didn't ask a question. She just said, I'm not sure. And I said, well, I'll show you how sure I am.
Oh, God. It's amazing that it survived, really, isn't it?
Love you.
Is that how you said it?
Yeah.
I hope you were in the dark.
I was eating. And then we
2
made
kilograms
out,
of
like-
mud crab in front of him.
Do you know what? We had mud crab on the holidays.
Did you?
She said this brings back horrible memories.
Mud crab is such a waste of time.
Isn't it?
Well, that's
And
why
money.
they're building a new fish market after that incident.
And they knew. Straight
Just
across
to
the
get rid
road
of all
from
the,
work.
just to get rid of all the memories. They've had to rip the old ones down.
Pistol Pete from Picton's giving us a call. What's your story, Pete? Hey, Pete, turn your radio down in the background, champ.
Oh, mate.
That's a shot.
I'm so sorry.
That's a
Peter.
shot.
Sorry, Pete.
Yeah, that's better. Got you.
Great.
Got you.
What are your thoughts, Peter?
Oh, definitely. Like I've got a mate overseas, Greek island, Santorini. He's done this not 6 weeks, 4 weeks. It's just amplified because he's on holidays.
Yeah.
Met this girl, put it out there. Love you. Done. Mud, crab, seafood, or Mediterranean diet. Chuck in there. So, yeah. So I was just thinking, does it amplify if you're on holidays, met someone?
It's really
sort of
interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting
of course.
cause.
Yeah, I just
You're in
thought
a
I'd
good
put that in the
place.
mix.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
think
it's
that's
cool.
very interesting.
So did he? Obviously, he was keen to continue it. And when when it's time to go home, obviously the girl that he's met might go, well, he's not really that keen on me, so I have to drop the L bomb. Pete, did it work?
Yeah, word, yeah, 100%. So, you know, I'm waiting for them to move in together and unpack their suitcases and see how they go. But they've gone head first.
Yeah.
And
Are they
they're
still
shipping
over
case,
there, or are they
both
back here?
No, they're back over here. So they're just sorting out their logistics and what they're doing. But yeah, it's
That's
just like the
amazing.
movies, mate.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, Peter, that's a bit of negativity floating
but
around.
that's-
Love there, Peter.
He's loving it.
But sometimes a holiday romance should simply be a holiday romance.
Put it in its
Yeah.
place. Keep it
Yeah.
in its lane.
Yep.
And say that at the beginning. You know, this isn't going
This
to
is
last.
no more than a physical...
Well, not even
sort of-
physical.
no,
It
you're
can
dead
be an
right.
emotional.
No
like,
more than just an emotional connection where you and I share bond over like-minded, entertaining stories with each other.
Yeah, and frappes in the morning.
That's all it is, and that's all it needs to be.
Okay,
Not even physical.
let's stop talking about love, hey?
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Let's talk dating, guys. Da, 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 da. Just far off like romance music or something. This is an interesting one. Love, love, love's beautiful. I mean, to embrace somebody. Do you remember at the start of any relationship that sort of awkward moments of, is this the kiss? Do you go in? Do I go in? Maybe there's some hand-holding first, or the touching of a leg before you move in.
You're not going to touch a leg before, mate.
Well, you
I
might
suppose
be.
you're at the
You might.
movies.
You might
Movies
just put
be
your
a
hand
touch of the
in,
leg.
supporting role. And then
Lower
all
back,
of a
it's
sudden,
always the
lower
lower
back.
than
What have they got, a corky or something?
No,
Do you
no,
need
no.
to rub the leg or...
No, it's not from a physio point of view. It's more just a
corky
sign
could
of
be a good
affection.
first advance.
What is that?
to
What do
knee
you
somebody
mean?
in the
That's a
thigh.
knee in the side of the
Or
leg.
just shocking
And
the muscles.
Very painful.
That's not what I'm talking about. We
But
had
a sign of affection.
Yeah, you might not get another date after that.
We had a very formal singles party a while ago on the show, and we're looking to do another one, bigger and better.
Really?
Yeah, we're going to take over Luna Park, fill it full of singles, kiss, 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 bang, bang, bang. This is an interesting one, though, because what happens on dating apps a little bit is you get a few porky pies told.
No.
There's a couple of lies out there about what people really are. And 13, 24, 10, love to know the biggest lie that you've heard on your first date. What did they go with? What did they try and sell in to impress you, and then you found out that's not really them? What's happened here is women have been using AI to catch out blokes lying about their height.
Oh.
How does AI know your height, though?
So if you've got up to 4 photos, right, and you take those photos and put them into ChatGPT, based on proportions and typical height ranges, it can give you a height within 1 inch.
No way.
That's the accuracy if you have up to 4 photos, 5 photos even better, 6 photos even more, and they will be able to predict within 1 inch that person's real height.
Oh, come on.
This article goes on to say I tested it on 10 family and friends, and that all estimates were with 1 inch of their real height.
But sometimes people only fib about that extra inch. I mean, that 1 extra inch can make all the difference.
Yeah, to a point. But if someone was, say, 5'5", you know, compared to what they might say they are at 6'1", when they walk in the door, you're going to go...
They can't say 6'1" when you're 5'5".
You can sell yourself in.
That's what Whipper does, always says that he's 6 foot. Nowhere near 6 foot.
Do you wear Cuban heels or something? Isn't there a story about you wearing high heels?
Height doesn't matter at all. I mean, I don't know if you saw over the weekend, but soft launched Gavin Rubenstein, the real estate agent,
on Saturday.
Soft launched his new girlfriend, and she was gorgeous. And I mean, he could be racing at Randwick this Saturday, but he doesn't. He sells houses, and you know what? It works. Girls love someone that they can step on.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Didn't know Gav was going to get a mention on the show this morning. But
Please.
yes, soft launch of Girlfriend Fits. I did see that.
What was it? How soft was the launch?
It was on a boat, and it was a photo of the girl he was on the boat with. Soft girlfriend launch.
He's in what's the TV show? Lux Listings, isn't he?
Yeah, Gav's a weapon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a weapon.
He sells some of the most expensive houses around New South Wales, Kate. This is the thing. And which is an unbelievable effort because no one can really see him. But he...
What do you mean? You're not allowed to make those jokes because you're 7
You're
foot.
too big, mate, so stop picking on the little guys. That's not fair.
How tall are you, Tommy?
I'm 183, so just six foot.
Just
Tommy and I are the same height.
I don't think you're 6 foot though, are
Tommy and
you?
I are the same height.
I love blokes who... My old man's 5'11 and a half, and it's killed him his whole life.
So what's that Fitz? Is that 181?
He's half an inch off.
No, he'd be 182.
Yeah, I think he is, yeah.
If 183 is
he's
6.
half an inch off 6 foot, Kate, and his whole life, his mates have absolutely nailed him for it.
We want to know about extreme lies on dates. Amanda in Hawkesbury, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Amanda, what was the lie? What happened? What did you hear?
No, he was wearing blue contact lenses. He has brown eyes.
Awesome.
He was wearing beautiful blue contact lenses.
What?
And he has beautiful brown skin. And to see with blue eyes, that was amazing. That was all false.
But how? What did he think? How long could he keep up that charade for? Like how excruciating?
If he was going to, he'd still have to because we've been married 23 years now.
Oh. So how far into the relationship did he take the contact lenses out?
Apparently, he went out to a nightclub afterwards, and the contact lenses were hurting him. So he put them in a bottle of water, and his mate drank it. So he couldn't wear them anymore.
Cherie in Camden. Cherie, you've had your fair share. You've had your fair share of liars over the year, haven't you, Cherie?
It's getting to the point of being ridiculous where my friends now want to check in because they find it hilarious, and they're calling me Samantha Sex and the City because
Awesome.
I just have so many dud dates.
Cherie, can you let's start off with one of the best. What do you got?
Well, I had two like I went out with one guy, and he said he was my age, and as soon as I saw him, I knew he was a grandfather. and he said he could dance. And when we were chatting with text, I asked what he did for a living, and he said he was in real estate.
Yeah.
And that sort of matched the environment that I worked in.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I met him and sat down with him 5 minutes and said, you're not who you are. I said, you're definitely not my age. And I said, what do you do for a living? I said, you must be retired. He said, well, I do own property, so I wasn't lying. I do look after real estate.
Okay, he's property manager. And,
Yeah.
But could he dance, Cherie?
Well, here's the thing. I like to always think, I spent 2 hours getting ready. I drove for an hour, and I was so, I won't swear, annoyed, peed off, that I sat there and looked at him and I said, well, can you dance? And he said, yes, I can. So I thought, well, let's not waste the night. Went downstairs, and let me tell you, he was like a ballroom dancer. He spun me around the dance floor. And I just made the most of the night and went home, and that was it.
Oh, was there a bit of a kiss on the night, Cherie?
Oh, God, no. No, thanks.
Oh, no, thanks.
I love how he said I'm into real estate. I'm big in real estate because he owns his own house.
Cherie, it's not fair, is it?
No, it's not. Good luck, Cherie.
luck, Cherie.
Maybe if we have another singles ball, we'll have to get you there.
What did you want to say, Cherie?
Oh, thank you. I was just going to say one thing. I feel like that I should start a business because I'm giving my time to men. They're having a great night. They're getting to chat to a lovely lady, and then I go home and I think maybe I should start a business where I help these men how to give better profiles and how to interact with women. Because I'm making their night. I'm making their night.
Yeah, and they're not making the effort.
Well, that's good that
Tommy,
you give yourself that kind of credit.
So you should. Can we hold on to Cherie's details for maybe a traffic dating?
Yeah, great idea.
Cherie, would you be open to meeting a guy on the radio?
If you can find me a guy with teeth, a guy with a little bit of hair,
Tough.
a guy that's my height, 5'7", not short, doesn't lie, and is my age. Look, I will thank you forever.
You're asking a lot.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
the teeth
The
thing's
teeth
a real.
issue, yeah, we've just checked the
I mean, you are asking way too much, Cherie.
Well,
Maybe you need to lower your standards.
Yep. Well, get away from an area then, Cherie.
Yes.
I don't mind bald men, but just teeth, maybe teeth.
Okay, we'll go for teeth over hair every day of the week.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
And I want to throw it out there. If you've caught a tradie slacking on the job,
The thing about tradies is they're either the hardest working people you have ever met or the opposite. I don't know if there's a lot of middle ground.
do you know what the difference is? It's the bloke who owns the business. He's the one that's working hard. And then when he couldn't find any trades and ended up paying his son's mates to come and do some stuff, that's when they don't work very hard.
Do you know where I think it breaks down a little bit as well? When trades have to deal with other trades, that's where everything just goes to shh.
Well, they start muscling in on like who's what
Whose
I don't know
job
what
is
you
that?
call it.
I
But
didn't make that
who's in
mistake.
first? I didn't do that.
No, that was the trade before me that made that mistake.
The
No chance.
painters.
That wasn't me. I'm not coming back and fixing it. No way.
Well, who's going to do it? Says the owner. I'm reading from this book that we're doing. Anyway, I want to show this footage because this guy is a sander. He's sanding the plasterboard. Now, you'll hear, Leno, have you got the audio there of the owner coming home? And you'll hear the sander working very hard.
That's not annoying, is it?
Okay, so what I'll show you now on the screen, though, because that's what it sounds like, is you'll see that the sander is fast asleep on the floor, and what you're actually hearing is a speaker plugged in to a guy watching a video sanding. So the sound is coming from a YouTube clip of a guy sanding plasterboard.
That's what you got to do on the block, don't you?
It's not bad, is it?
I mean, if you just don't want to get through to the next round of the block, you just got to put that speaker in.
He's shown initiative, hasn't he? He does look a bit like he's had a bit of a... Maybe he's had a big night.
I
He's
think
got
it's a
his
big night.
overalls on
Yeah.
without his shirt on, so I don't know if he's overheating in that little room.
Yeah, he might be. But I wonder, though, Kate Ritchie, if he's carrying the speaker, he must know that this is a tactic he's used before.
Oh, he's done this 1,000 times.
It's not his first rodeo, is
Tommy
it?
Tommy Williams went through about 3 builders when he did a few renos on his place. And Tommy goes, Fitz, if you ever do it, he goes, just set up a camera, time-lapse camera. He goes, it's the best thing I ever invested in, because he would regularly come home and then he would confront the builder and go, mate, okay, so you had 3 workers just sitting around my kitchen doing nothing for hours. And they go, no, they didn't. And Tommy would go, well, come over here, mate. Just come and have a look at my computer. And let's just go through the videos. What are these 3 guys doing there, just sitting down the whole time?
Being paid by the hour.
I remember a mate of mine was moving out of an apartment and I had to go round there because he said, I've had a cleaner there for 5 hours. I'm concerned they're not doing anything. Do you reckon you could pop in? So I marched up the stairs of this apartment block.
Oh, you must have been exhausted. Had a little rest.
I had a rest. I slept on the floor. I made it sound like someone was sanding the plasterboard.
14, 15,
he was in there for 3 weeks. Somebody help me.
So I get in the apartment. The guy who's cleaning the place out, like leaving a property clean, is sitting on the floor with a beer, going through an old CD case, looking at which CDs he might like to keep. And he goes, oh, just having a break. I said, you've been here for 5 hours. There's nothing in here. I ended up kicking him out. I said, mate, good news. You can keep all those CDs. They're left here because we don't want them. Off you go, son.
Fitz in Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.